Okay, wait for some people to come aboard to talk about tonight's episode. Let me just put it this way. It wasn't bad. It definitely is a setup episode for the finale. Actually, let me cut the fan down a little bit. This was definitely a setup episode, so I can't really fault it for that. But at the same time, even when we got to the part everybody anticipated, which was Karen and Zach, the only thing that saved that scene was when Fatima was out on the balcony because I knew she was going to come out of that tub. I told y'all I did the video this morning, and yeah, mm-hmm. Next week looks amazing. Finally, I actually got to see the entire end credit promo. So we got Heather Lee Jennings. We got Zach's alleged 3-year-old son. It's about to get wild. Yeah, Fatima was fire. She came out at the 11th hour. And I told y'all, I said, well, then I did say she's either going to roll up with her overnight bag or she's going to overhear the commotion and come on down. Nephew wants to do his review. To be completely honest, though, there isn't much to talk about in terms of tonight's episode. I think we can all agree that the promo for next week is where the conversation is really going to go. So let it go.
My with record is like a 6 out of 10. Just for because like it's some good, some bad. Because the good part is like Gary tells Annie that she been spying on her the whole time, so she kicks her out. The bad part was like Zach. Zach breaks up um with Karen, but she wants to but she want to be in love with Paul. And yeah, then nothing to talk about it. But I can't wait for the for next Wednesday because it's about to get very good.
Okay. Yeah, the episode started to get good when as soon as Q was like, so you and Sabrina were the ones who put me up to rob in the bank, and I'm like, wait, what? So the moment he said that, I was like, what the heck is Q talking about? Um, I gave this episode a 5 out of 10. Like I said, it wasn't bad. I actually liked the date between Logan and Danny because we were kind of establishing lore in the fact that we learned a little bit more about Danny. We learned a little bit more about Logan. My guess is that since Logan is like an undercover cop, he's probably aware of who Q is. So maybe part of Q's plea deal or snitch deal was to get the true masterminds behind the bank robbery. And by setting up Maurice and Sabrina, then Logan's getting the information he wants. I'm still trying to piece it together. Remember, the episode just went off, so I need to watch the promo for next week. I watched the end credit trailer. I'm still waiting for the full trailer to come out so I can get all the context. What's up with Logan being shady towards Sabrina? I think it has to do with the fact that number one, he recognizes bio. Number two, he's aware of the bank robbery. And like I just said, maybe he's aware of who Q is. And as a result, Q is somehow setting them up for a fall. But yeah, next week looks wild. To be completely honest, I don't really have much to say about the Karen and Zach stuff. I will talk about it, but they Zach was pretty much me. He was pretty much you. He was pretty much any fan who has grown incredibly tired. And didn't I tell y'all? I did not tell y'all over and over again. Karen is so used to him falling back, getting with someone else, then getting back together. I am so glad that Zach did not let her in the house. I'm so glad Zach did not let her into the house. I'll say it again. I am so glad Zach did not let Karen come into the house. The fact that this heifer got the $77,000 that he owed her, and she's still over this. Listen, Zach is over the BS. It's like she's not even hearing him say it. Maurice and Calvin are going to come home one day to their locks change. Karen needs help. Karen and Gary need meds. I feel no remorse for Andy. Seriously, no remorse. Jasmine tried to tell her in season 1, and you got Andy saying, I'm so stupid. I should have known, and I don't feel anything because the Gary and Andy stuff was just a waste of time. Also, Gary bringing up Aaron's wife killing herself, and the way Aaron so casually said, why don't you try hooking up with another woman? Somebody tweeted, Jeremy, do you think Aaron did that to Karen? Excuse me. Did you think that Aaron possibly hooked up with Karen in order to get back at his wife? Yeah, Aaron is no real counselor. A real counselor would have reported Gary when he hugged Andy until she passed out and bruised her ribs. Yeah, also the whole thing about there's nothing wrong with you, Gary. You're not effed up. Bro, when this fool reached, I'm just going to reach for anything. When this fool reached for a pair of binoculars, I'm like, if you don't sit your... He's like, you took away my telescope, but I got like 5 other ways to see what's going on over there. Karen only wants Zach because she sees Zach being the man she wanted him to be. Yeah. I did watch the end credit trailer. I did. Heather Lee Jennings, she's going to show up at the salon. She's going to show up at the house. And all I can say is, the white neighbors are looking out the window like, what's the commotion going on over there? And I tweeted this out, but when Karen and Zach were talking outside, you could faintly hear like a car like pulling up. And I'm like, somebody about to come out of a car. Facts. That is the DV case for sure. He's a ministering counselor. Look, there's some black pastors with some attitude, and Aaron ain't got it. Light, bright, damn near white. Yeah, I agree. I'm not condoning violence, but I wish Fatima would kick Karen's ass. I really think next week's episode will be good. What did you get the episode? This week, I give it a 5 out of 10. I really thought the promo for next week was great. Yeah, I know, right? When she got the robe and everything, and you see how toned her legs are. Fatima cow on the balcony like a sexy mob boss. That baby's so adorable. Zach should be so happy. It's just the baby mama that's the problem. And here we go. The fact that Karen said, I'm carrying your child, but did not say there's a chance it might be Aaron's. Libra Z, yep, there you go. I was so mad when Karen said, I'm carrying your baby, or whatever she said. I am waiting for the Karen. I got to say, over the past week, the people who label me as Karen haters, they've kind of backed off because they've even become tired of who Karen is as a person, as of, the promo for this week. So I really can't wait to see what's going down. That ain't Zach's baby either. He ain't even going to know. When are we getting DNA test? You can go to jail for hurting a pregnant woman. Fatima has went to jail for less. So Fatima's not going to hit her. She's going to ask her to leave. I feel like Zach needs to stop telling Karen. Yeah, thank you. I just wish for the love of God he would just stop saying I love you. Just stop. Just stop it. Stop it. It seems Zach really doesn't know her. You still don't think Hayden is up to this? Wait, what? It seems Zach really doesn't know her. You still... the baby mama. The baby mama. I don't know. I don't think Hayden's involved in that. I wish Sabrina had followed her first mind and left when he seemed serious about wanting to get Danny back. Yep. Even though we knew this was happening, I just hated how they randomly, I hated how Tyler randomly made him creepy. Your friend is beautiful. Can I want to meet all your friends. Can you get her to come back? Yeah, we didn't need that. We didn't need that. Someone's pushing that baby mama his way. Again, DNA test. But Karen is very wishy-washy. Screw Aaron, but loves Zach. I know, right? Fatima on the balcony. Yeah. When Fatima came to that doorstep with that strong tone legs, I know. I was like, damn. That makes the episode a 10 out of 10. I honestly have nothing to say to the Zach scene because Zach said we're all saying it's sad. And it's like, no, you usually come back and you know what? You're not going to let me in this house after I let you stay in my place for 3 years. Karen has not changed. She's the same condescending heifer she's been since the beginning. That's the problem. This is the new Zach. He's not going to come crawling back. Why Sabrina even stayed at that dinner? I have no idea. Karen is entitled and delusional. Do you think we're going to have to wait next year until season 5? Honestly, I think so because Zatima has to come out first. We got to get Zatima before season 5. Karen has not changed. I'm tired of seeing the same scene. I'm tired of seeing the same Karen crap. I'm tired of seeing the same Andy crap. Truth be told, Danny and Sabrina had better material than tonight's episode. But you could argue the Danny stuff because it's like you're bringing up Preston without bringing up Preston. We might get Zatima for the winner. How could Karen say that she's not happy with Aaron, but she likes to have him around? Poor Aaron is being pulled everywhere. He's trying to get the pickles and ice cream for his date with Karen, and Gary keeps calling him over his nonsense. I'm so tired of seeing Aaron, Andy, and Karen with the same BS. Agreed. Do you think Andy and Karen are going to fall out? They probably will. I think Danny was asking Logan about cows to make sure that he's not like Preston. But when she was asking what kind of music he liked, I would have laughed myself, out of my chair if he said country music. Also, I got a new computer chair, so I'm happy about that. Aaron is just a replacement. Yep. Is Zatima going to be on BET Plus? Yes. Keep in mind, though, the Martin reunion is coming to BET, I think. Didn't they have a commercial for it? So I think the Martin reunion is airing on BET, but remember it came out on BET Plus first. It's kind of weird how that works. So they're doing the reverse where instead of being on TV and then the streaming service, it's on the streaming service and then you get it on TV. Danny trying to get that info from Logan and not reading through the lines. Yeah, I know, right? It's like that's his job. He literally said, I could lose my job. People can get hurt. And yet Danny's in her feelings about it. And I don't know. When does Zatima come out? We don't have a date yet. I'm so stupid. Me, you're damn right. Yeah. Fatima heard Karen begging and heard Zach telling Karen he loved her. I feel like him keeping telling that's fueling her delusion. Even though I fully agree, and I wish that Zach would stop saying I love you, it really wouldn't matter. I want Tyler to put Jasmine back on the show. Like I said before, I don't feel anything for Andy because of the fact that Jasmine tried to tell her in season 1. Karen outside like a stalker. She knew Fatima was in there. And for everybody that said it, that both cars were outside, you were correct. But the thing is, in the trailer for this week's episode and the end credit promo for this week's episode, we did not see, sent you the trailer for next week. Cool. 1 minute, please. And while I'm trying to pull it up, we only got 19 people who liked the video, so hit the thumbs up. Also, sorry my bed isn't made, but my nephew just jumped in there, so I couldn't make it before, I went live or whatever. So, yeah. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Okay, 1 moment. Got it.
This is your son. There's only one episode left. I got a call from a lawyer for the season finale. I got your confession on tape. For the season finale. I got your confession on tape. Bring me the tape. Halle Berry.
Oh shit. The trailer for next week looks good. Dang. Man. Do you think it's going to be a fight between Gary and Robin? Nope. Are we going to get a new Tyler Perry show episode? I have no idea. Given that the finale is August 10th, they would have filmed it by now or at least sent out emails or an announcement to people like, hey, if you want to be an extra, here's what you need to do. Why would Andy even entertain Gary after all Robin did for her? I don't know. Wondering what the lady at the hotel has to tell Zach and the lady with the child in her hand. That's the lady that gave him the stock information, and that's allegedly his baby mama. I feel like Fatima was on the balcony listening. Oh, no doubt. I'm trying to understand how Karen keeps pinning this baby on Zach just because he came up. Yeah, yeah. Just like this baby mama is. Wondering, he'll tease on BET and put the show back on BET Plus. Yep. Whatever happened to Paris? Fatima may not be able to fight Karen, but she will definitely take down the baby mama. Andy's just dumb. I really have nothing to add to that. Yeah, I did a video months ago about Jake's mom being Tony, the lady at the hotel. Karen is out of order. Fatima needs to handle that. How the ratchet baby mom just going to pop up like she runs stuff? Yeah, with no DNA to prove it. Why is Logan using Q to set up Sabrina? Is he the one that gets him the job at the airport? Possible, because in season 5, Q does work at the airport. She needs to stop imitating Gary. He won't change. Yeah, again, the audacity. I think the Grinch said that. Andy's just dumb, end quote. Thank you, Courtney. There really is nothing else to say. I mean, I have nothing else to say about Andy. I mean, and then the fact that every time she calls her girls and they call her out for, you want to talk about Gary. No, I don't. Yeah, just stop. Do you think Pam's intuition about Aaron from season 3 was right when she told Andy? I remember that. And I agree. Yes. I'm wondering if Fatima will be like for better or worse. When Karen was like, so I'm carrying your baby, so she's going to be part of our lives? Huh? She's going to be part of our lives? I'm just sitting here shaking my head like, damn, this is sad. It's pathetic. Sabrina Maurice will need a lawyer. What are Sabrina and Maurice guilty of? Nothing but Q's just... I can't believe Maurice even said what he said. I don't know. It's pathetic. Yeah, it really is. You know, I can't even make fun of it yet. Trust me, I'll come up with something. Let me guess. Andy about to sleep with Robin again because she mad with Courtney. There we go. You know how this goes. I need Karen's mom to slap her. Yep. Yeah, I want the Karen fans to talk crap. I kept saying, they're like, Jeremy, she's going over there to talk to Zach. Didn't you say you wanted her to tell him about him not being the father, possibly? She clearly didn't do it. Excuse me. I think that guy, Sabrina, is dating a criminal. Yep. Who do you think gets Sabrina and Maurice out? Look, that's season 5. They can both stay locked up. At least it'll be a change of scenery. I feel like kicking myself for watching this pure garbage. I'm completely, and I feel over it. I agree. All these women need therapy for their relationship issues. Yep. Why Zach didn't even recognize the baby mama? 1, it could have been years ago. 2, he could have been drunk. 3, it could have been in a strip club. They could be recycling the baby mama story from the haves and the have-nots, where Benny randomly had a baby mama at the very end of the show. Yeah, I agree. They could both stay locked up. Maurice talks too much. And Sabrina had nothing to do with this. Exactly. The fact that they let Maurice stay, that's what makes, I mean, part of me is like, holy crap, is Q setting them up? But then it goes back to the stupidity of them letting Q stay at the house to begin with. I know. I mean, Zach has been saying this stuff since season 3. I don't care anymore. This is stupid. I mean, the last scene of the episode, like I said, Fatima on the balcony, that was the best part. Other than that, I didn't care. It's the same crap every time. Every time. I don't think Zach slept with Heather. Danny should have known Logan had motives. Do you think? Well, to be fair, I don't think Logan hooked up with Danny because he knew that she was connected to Sabrina. I think it was just an honest attraction. I think, you know, the reason that Logan found out Sabrina's last name and where she works is he did his research before he went over to Danny's apartment. Now, I don't think Fatima leaves Zach. They got their own spinoff. I think Q is using Sabrina and Maurice. Yep, Q setting them up. It's only going to take Fatima to stop Karen. Danny doesn't even know herself, but gave Preston such a hard time about learning about black women. I know, right? I personally feel that's how Q got out, to pin the robbery on someone else. Yeah, Eugene, that was something. It's like she asked if she's about to be in our lives and try to go in the house. What the hell? Karen has lost it. To be honest, I don't know. While you could argue that Karen is being more dramatic about this, and she obviously is, both her and Andy need to get a clue. See, it doesn't matter how Tyler tries to spice up the Q character. It's the foundation of Q that makes no sense. Like, why would you allow someone who robbed you at gunpoint to stay in your apartment? It makes no sense. I mean, Karen did tell Aaron she had a daddy story she didn't want to talk about yet. I know Zach is like, I bet Zach wishes he never got that money, because he's standing out there with 2 potential baby mamas and his current woman, and he's just going through so much. Q is smarter than he looks. He didn't rat out his boys. He is going to pin it on Maurice and Sabrina. Karen said, I'm carrying your baby. Yeah, I know, right? She has no idea. I'm not going to say I hope she has a miscarriage. All I'm saying is that baby is not going to grow up in a stable environment based off what we've been seeing so far. I'll leave it at that. Why hasn't any of these women evolved in 4 seasons? Your guess is as good as mine. That's Tyler Perry writing for you. Danny pissed me off. How she was semi-answering Logan's questions. How can anyone learn about her from non-answers like those? Thank you. Somebody else said that in the comments. I mean, you get on Preston about not knowing black women, but you really don't answer questions or even know yourself. Q was working with the police. He recorded Maurice and called the cop. Logan, agree. Seriously, looking over my notes, there's nothing to say. Do you feel bad for Aaron, Sabrina, and Maurice? No, I feel nothing at all. And if those characters were removed from the show, what will we be losing? I know, right? Like I said, the white neighbors are like, what the hell's going on out there? Do you think Karen really lost it when every time people bring Zach's team up? Yeah. And now she's going to go over to Andy's and raise hell over there. Yeah, that was the best part, when Fatima said, I'm coming down. Tyler needs some help with the writing. I used to love the show. Same thing. Seven out of 10. I gave it a 5 out of 10. Tired of watching Andy and Karen with these men? Yep. Gary's going to buy Gary's going to buy Andy a basketball team? What? 4 out of 10. Q setting them up. 2 out of 10. Damn, I thought I was harsh with a 5. Now watch this. Watch Danny call El Fuego about having dinner the next night at her place because she got mad at Logan. Apparently Hayden called Tony. She said a lawyer called her. Yep. Who's the most irreplaceable character besides Zach and Fatima? That's why I'm going to watch Zatima. I don't care about the sisters' characters anymore. Why would Sabrina have bio at her place? Good Lord. Karen messing with Fatima. She has no idea. Fatima was the reason it was a 7. She was so fine on the balcony and in the tub. I have to watch the episode again. Look, to me, Miss T, you don't need to watch it. Watch like the last 5 minutes and that's it. Sabrina warned Maurice he wouldn't listen. I'm so glad that Fatima came down. She is coming down next week. Q was replaced. Q, Calvin, Maurice, and more characters. Andy's wanted to say to Gary, you can have the apartment and go to hell. I mean, she can go back to her empty apartment if she wants to. What the hell? I'm staying in that penthouse. Tyler is doing us wrong with this Zach and Fatima. You think Karen's going to spy on Zach and Fatima together? Possibly. I mean, hell, what do you think she was doing? Yeah, for better or worse comparisons. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm just excited for next week. Preston is close to being replaceable. I love the character, but yeah. Maybe Aaron will say something. I don't know. Yeah, he needs more balance with the positivity. It's like for every good moment with a character, there are 5 scenes that tear it down. Finally, someone will put their foot down and put Karen in their place. Hell, I don't even care if it's that baby mama, supposedly. Just anybody to tell her off. Courtney, yeah, it's a Psycho and Andy, and it's ridiculous. I'm not excited for next week's. I am. Zach should get a restraining order. I agree. But then again, these child support courts, man, they don't work in favor of the daddies. Even if he isn't. I mean, look, he got arrested without a DNA test, so. I know the DNA thing is still baffling to me. All right, y'all want to change subjects? Number one, I love the article from Tinka Sumner and Nick James's wedding. Hopefully, we get a lot of photos to show the cast members who are at the wedding. Yeah, that's about it. I heard the toddler may be Zach's brother. I did a video on that a long time ago on my Zatima playlist. Karen needs to tell Zach it's a possibility it's his or Aaron's. Her dress was beautiful. Yeah, Tinka had a wonderful dress. It was great. Yeah, they got married. They had their wedding in May, and the article just came out yesterday. The wedding was supposed to be over a year ago, but you know, the pandemic, they had changed plans, but the wedding looked great. Yeah, I hope that Fatima brings up a DNA test. I hope to the baby mama with the baby. But if it was Zach's brother, she would not have recognized that. It's quite possible. I'm just creating a scenario. What if Zach got out of jail, or maybe his brother got out of jail? They went to a strip club to celebrate, and then they both met this Heather Lee Jennings, and well, yeah, I agree. He is an impromptu writer. He just writes it as it comes. That's what he says. It's like, you know what, I just had this idea, but the connective tissue doesn't always come together in a very fluid way. So the story's all over the place. Yeah, I agree. If I was Fatima, I would be packing my whole bag and sleeping in my own bed. Yes, if nothing else, Fatima does not need to sell her place. Not yet. These DNA tests, this insider trading, this stuff needs to be clear before I think about moving in. Heather Lee Jennings is, I think, in Zatima. I believe the son is there too. I think that is his baby or nephew. You think Zach and his brother double teamed her? Threesome. You never know. Karen's hormones all over the place. That was just stupidity. I ain't gonna lie. I thought she was going to shoot somebody. The way she was going on about, so we're just going to deal with it. This baby. I'm like, oh shit. Is she going to reach in her purse? Danny adds a lot of value to the show. Debatable. How does Heather even know where Zach lives? I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew. There's a lot of things that don't add up. I hope Fatima get both of those baby mamas straight. It was Karen saying, you live with me for 3 years and I can't come in. Bah! I know you ain't say Google Maps. He ain't even had the house 48 hours yet. I mean, technically, yeah, it has been longer than that, but yeah. Loyal friend, definitely horrible at relationships. Mm-hmm. What if Zach's brother heard he got money and he and his baby mama set it up? Nah, this girl don't play. Like, girl, didn't he pay you? Yeah, he paid the 77. Please don't get annoyed with me. Who is Zach's brother? He's a character we're going to meet in 3 episodes of Zatima. So we not know. I know who the actor is, but I don't know who he is yet. Karen knew Zach wasn't going to let her in. We found out Danny was supposed to be a social worker or counselor. Yeah, I did say she was probably a psychology major. Calvin probably has the least amount of drama out of all the characters, but we don't need him. He's just there. I mean, like I said, sure, we're finally getting, oh, this is why Q is still here, but it's a stupid setup. What does Tony want with Zach? I don't know, but she looked good in that robe. She could have gotten her address through child support. Oh, yeah, that's right, because the officer that arrested him knows where he lives. But yet again, where the hell is the DNA test? What if Zach loses all of his money? Will Karen still be running after him? I don't know. He ought to fake his death. I mean, Fatima's right. They should have just went on the run. The last episode's about Calvin. I didn't miss him. I agree. She ratchet. She want to get him for everything. Again, where the hell is the DNA test? Hang on, we'll send out a tweet. Q has to go. I bet Sabrina regrets going out with a prince now. It's okay to get advice from her friends, but she's got to start making her own decisions. I would have loved to see the neighbors looking at Zach drum outside. Exactly. But it kind of reminds me of the haves and the have-nots when David got that new house in a nice neighborhood with Erica and all the different commotion that Veronica would bring, from the shootouts to the bombs and everything. Where are the neighbors at? I would have loved to see the neighbors. Oh, she wants that Coming to America ending. What makes Zach and Fatima so interesting? They actually have stuff going on. That's the easiest way to say it. Why Karen was saying we need to talk about this baby, well, all she was talking about was how she loves and misses him. Your guess is as good as mine. My nephew and I, even my nephew was rolling his eyes like, oh, it's the same damn story every time. This is pitiful. And all she's going to do is lash out at her girls if they try to tell her he's moved on, and it's ridiculous. Why would Sabrina even invite Bio back to her home? Tony wants her $10 million from Zach that she wanted when she went up to stock. That was only if he utilized the money that she would have gave him. Zach did not take the money. Zach used his own money. Zach and Fatima get chemistry, especially when it comes to street mentality. Zatima has the best chemistry. I'm not going to lie. I thought Zach was about to hit Karen. I didn't think that. I guess that was her attempt to get him back. I guess that was her attempt. Yeah. And it didn't work, clearly. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Karen was going to say something about money. Oh man. Tyler Perry is making us black people look bad. The men and the women, to be honest. I hate Karen. Don't want to stay in her lane. Zach moved on, so move out. That's the sad part. I mean, like Zach said, it's sad. Why Karen keep talking? Think Andy is taking up for Fatima? Like, girl, you're delusional. I was thinking Gary was going to hit Andy or she hit him. Ballet baby, Andy's dumb. She got Robin. Karen is embarrassing. Zach called her sad for a reason. She's beyond delusional. Mm-hmm. She snaps at Andy after Andy called her out for being in front of Zach's house. Exactly. We know Sabrina would have never dated him if he didn't have that cash. I don't think I'd go that far. None of these women will ever be in healthy relationships. No. What? Oh. Yeah. In real life, Zatima is Zach's last baby's godmother. Yes. I think it would have been adorable if, like, one of DeVal's younger children were old enough to portray his son in the show. I think that would be really cute. So, shouldn't Karen be at her shop doing passion twists? I'm not trying to diss hairstyles, but when Sabrina showed up at the restaurant, I was like, that's the Karen special. When Zach said, don't you got a man? And Karen said, no, I have you. Even my mom rolled her eyes. That was hilarious. Don't you got a man? No, I have you. No, you don't. What? Wait a minute. Why is Andy back at the penthouse? Hang on. Yeah, what did? I'm sick of you, Karen. You need help. Stop it. I said that too. The Karen special. Yeah, I was looking like, but isn't Sabrina's hair just down and she got like, little puffs or something? All of her stuff is there. We don't have a good principal. We don't want a good principal. We want Mr. Clark. What that got to do with anything? That's a funny quote, but Andy is so indecisive. Karen needs to leave Zach alone. I wonder, was Fatima listening to the whole time? Karen needs to call her mom. Karen is too busy running behind Zach. Karen needs to learn to leave him alone. Yeah, I gotta admit, just to kind of be blunt, I don't like the way these black people are being portrayed, from Gary to Karen just being clearly delusional. It's a bad look. It really is. Comparing to what Karen said to Zach. I don't want a good man. I want Zach. Old boy wanted Danny. Karen is giving acrimony. Not Karen having no customers. Yes, the show's all over the place. It really is. I'm just sitting here like, meh. Jokes were about that yellow dress. Yeah, looking like Big Bird. That's what people were memeing. I wouldn't be surprised if Maurice gets sent to jail and Q just stays at the apartment. Sabrina just wanted oil on her scalp and getting it down. Yeah. Did you notice Lean On Me is playing Regina's mom on Bruh? Yes. Tyler needs new writers. He needs writers, period. It's just him. Yeah, the delusional aspects of Karen and Gary are ridiculous. Do you think the 3-year-olds is Zach? No. Will Heather be in season 5? Yes. To my knowledge. Yeah, the miscarriage, it seems inevitable. Well, hey, Sydney, to be fair, Andy doesn't like being called out for her BS. Robin did the same thing a couple weeks ago. And what did she say? I'm offended. No. But what does the officer know to Prince? Probably because he's had him under investigation for a while. Maybe the nurse is going to check Karen is a mental hospital. Yeah, that one nurse I told y'all about from that character description. Keisha all over again. There are all kinds of people in all communities. This doesn't make the black community look bad. I feel like it depends on how you look at it. While I do agree, I think it's the fact that these are main characters being portrayed in a very not so good way. I mean, for example, a number of people from the LGBTQ plus community have said that they don't like how Tyler portrays them in his shows and movies based on the thirsty, overly flamboyant nature. That's a common complaint I see in the comments of my videos and even live streams about that. And I do feel like a lot of people have said that they don't like how Sistas is portraying these supposedly, mid to late 30s black women in the worst way. So, yeah, I did see the Kevin Hart goat for Chris Rock named Will Smith. I would probably say Karen is worse than Miranda to an extent because House of Pain doesn't even know how they want to portray Miranda. I don't know. That rap party looked like a big final rap party, if you ask me, but I could be wrong. I'm curious what Logan knows about the prince. Karen is going to lose that baby. Yep. It's so weird how Karen ain't think to call her mom once during this delusional stage, or even to call mom and say, hey, I'm pregnant. Karen is going to be put on bed arrest. It's a show. Let's just enjoy. No, we're here to break it down and complain. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we're here to break it down. All right. Anything else? Honestly, I'm ready to go to bed because that was pretty much it. I got a lot of videos to do tomorrow. I know that much, but still. All right, I'll take a few more comments and that's it. Plus, it's hot. I need to cut my fans back on, or back on high at least. I don't know when season 4 Ruthless is coming out. We still need the back half of season 3. Yeah, Miss Lisa is the only hope. I don't know if there's going to be another Tyler Perry after show. Yes, I will do a full video on Karen and Zach. No, Hayden's in season 5. Yeah, the acrimony. I feel like Andy should slap Gary. Andy needs a slap of reality herself. Zach was calling Karen back on the things she said. I'm surprised he didn't bring up the whole getting arrested and stuff or paying her the money. No, there's still 2 more episodes. I don't know about a season 6. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I'm not thinking she's going to have her baby because unless there's a time skip, it's not going to happen. Nope. I didn't really care for the Oval season 3 at all. I ain't gonna lie. Regina's awful. Like the mid-season finale of Bruh, that just did not shine Regina in a good light whatsoever. So it's almost like there's a competition on who's the worst. Well, no hating in the episode because it's still the same night. I think Fatima going to get pregnant. Yeah. We need that time skip. Yep. All right, folks. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. We had a solid turnout tonight. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. And also, I was really shocked by this, but on Instagram, because I posted the picture of Tyler during Nick and Tinka's wedding, over 30,000 likes, and that brought over 700 followers to my Instagram account. I'm like, holy crap. So, yeah, hopefully Instagram continues to grow so I can get verified. No clue on Paige returning to the Oval. I don't know. But with that being said, that's all I got. Yes, I don't know why Zach keeps saying I love you. Just stop it already. All right. No, I have not watched the Upshaws yet. With bro, I don't like any of the females. Nope. Pam, Regina, Miss Alice, Hilda, crazy. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great night. Be on the lookout for a lot of videos coming soon. We got to talk about Q. We got to talk about Bio. We got to talk about Logan. We got to talk about the Karen and Heather Lee stuff. This is going to be wild. So that's it. Take care.